websites that you've used the term blog posts. So specifically, those are different. Or at least those are seen differently by Google. Now, I have to confess that my website, I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to actually build a post. Not kidding. It was so difficult. And even with the great help that the Beaver Builder team gave me, I still couldn't figure it out. I was used to building pages. But what I do is I attempt to produce at least one new page or blog post, one new page, that's right, the technical distinction, a week on my website. In other words, you constantly, you never want to leave it static, build it and then just leave it. Is that correct? I mean, what are best practices once you've got a website up?
Yeah, so creating blog posts is definitely a good best practice, because the more often that you're updating your website with new information, you're inviting Google to come back and index more information to just put it on the web. So it's not impossible. You can get ranked for pages on static websites, but I would say that it is a good best practice to add blog posts, because you can increase more information that can be found online. So you increase the more visitors that come back to your website.
Right, that's because Google identifies pages separately from blog posts, right? Like if I add a new page every week,
yeah,
why is that different from adding a post every week? That's the distinction is between pages and posts and the type of.
Right.
I mean, from a user's perspective, it's the same. It's still, you click on something, there's a page pops up on your screen.
So I think there's a lot of flexibility when it comes to pages and posts. Usually pages are dedicated towards information on your website that's always going to be there. Your about page, your contact page, your services page, things that information that maybe doesn't change very often. It's your that describes really important information on your website. Blog posts, on the other hand, can be used for editorial type of information, or opinion-based articles, or reviews, or so for a real estate agent, you might even use it for case studies of a home that you purchased and maybe you flipped, things like that. You could use it for more more timely information. Does that make sense? Like things that would come up and information could change or evolve through time.
Right, but if you're producing evergreen content, educational,
you can do that too.
Right, and you're producing educational evergreen content for prospective investors, right? So you're building a 200-unit apartment building at the corner of Walk and Crosswalk, so not single-family homes, commercial real estate development, and you're educating an audience. Does Google recognize a page if you put up a page versus that educational content that's never gonna?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, differently from a post.
I haven't seen any difference when it comes to getting ranked as far as pages and posts. It's all about how you set up your site, how many backlinks you have, if you're ranking for specific keywords. So I wouldn't say that there's a distinction, but as far as an advantage, as far as getting ranked, but I would say how the information is displayed on your site could also be different. So pages typically are, like I said, usually on your menu navigation bar. There may be specific links within your page, but blog posts, the advantage of blog posts, it can be put into like a feed where every new post is displayed in a certain timeline or
in an order,
more recent. Correct.
Right.
So someone could subscribe to your blog or RSS feed, and they can get notified every time a new blog post comes out. Whereas a page, it doesn't necessarily have that.
You see, this is the thing with Beaver Builder. You have seduced me.